Bentornati! Welcome back to Create Above and Beyond. Since last episode, well, I got a little bit better. I hope my voice also got a little bit better. But also, you wanna know something that got a little bit better too? Our frames per second. Cause I had to disable, in the end, I had to capitulate, I had to disable the shaders. I love how the BSL shaders looked in this mod pack, but I bet you noticed last episode was really chunky. It was dropping frames left and right. It got really hard to look at. So, unfortunately, no shaders from now on, but at least we're getting a more consistent frame rate. What else did I do? I upgraded my backpack, fully upgraded. Look at this. Look at the beauty. Like, this is even more than a double chest. Also, I was so happy with that backpack that I made a second one. A blue backpack that I also put to good use because I went and explored a bunch of places. Nothing new, because when you get in these, you probably remember these from the first episode. These are those mine shaft that go all the way down. Sometimes there's lava at the bottom, and there's minecart tracks. So I got in here, and in here, and also a couple of other places around the map, and I got from there all the loot thanks to the new backpack, and also a bunch of nifty things. And of course it's almost night, so this is most of the loot that I got from there. And also I took pretty much everything from those mine shafts, all the rails, all the mine carts, and I also mined. There's ruby ore there at the bottom. Let's sleep real quick before monsters show up. Now I mined the tracks because I want to try to do today, or in this episode, an alternative automatic farm. Now first of all, let me show you how I ended up reworking this one, because I worked on it after last episode. I worked on it a little bit off camera, and I pretty much added all the things that I could imagine would work in this. So there's all our crops, the wheat, potatoes, carrots, but also we've got cocoa here on the sides, and it's just in a perfect spot for the last harvester to pick up. Also, I got an inner ring of pumpkins and melons, and these are collected by the mechanical saws. There should also be saplings in here, but I removed them just because having, a solid block of trees, all growing in here wasn't helping. I got cactus in a small section here that also get harvested by the mechanical saws. In here, what do we have? Tomatoes, cabbages, beetroot and onions. And also, as you've noticed, in these little spots, I got, I dug a small trench, and we've got sugarcane. Sugarcane can be harvested by the harvester block. The only thing is, you shouldn't harvest the bottom block of the sugarcane because the harvester doesn't know how to replant it. So what I did, I simply put everything one block below, and it works perfectly. Flax works okay. Rice works really good. Of course, you have to dig down and plant it in water. And for some reason, I left this portion out because I was still thinking what I wanted to do with it. But I actually don't think I'm gonna need it too much. Or maybe I'm just gonna fill it with whatever I find necessary. Okay. I also added a little bit of redstone. I dug in here just to show you. If you remember, right? Encased fan on top of magma block. This is what is powering it. But also, if you just disable the encased fan, the entire contraption stops. If you provide a redstone signal, this runs all the way down there and to here, to a lever. This allows for the redstone signal to get there, and I can now show you how this thing works in the end. It stops at first because it finds the portable storage interface right there. Let me run so I can show you. It's gotta stop for the melons. And it gets to the cocoa. Works like a charm. Now it's not collecting the sugarcane every time, I noticed. But it definitely does collect it. I'm thinking most probably what is happening is that since I left it all to grow all the way up, it just collected the middle block. Because see, we should see sugarcane coming down after all the rest. See? Yeah, the sugarcane number just updated. So it's only collecting the piece it comes in contact with. But when you leave it running, that's not a problem, because as soon as the sugarcane grows, well, the harvester is gonna encounter exactly that block, the topmost, and it's gonna work just fine. Let me stop it for a second now. Come back here. So this was my attempt at solving some of the weirdness with trees, with chopping down trees, because I had those hands sit right on here, right? So like, you know, up to, but then aligned with the bottom portion. And unfortunately, no matter how I do it, you cannot really pair a deployer with a single mechanical saw. Now, if you do a, let's say, rotating farm, just like this, and it's, you know, a solid line of mechanical saws, so imagine just all mechanical saws, you know, up to whatever the length is, and then all deployers on the back, it can work. But like this, if you want to match like a single row or maybe just 2 rows of trees, there's always gonna be a few trees that the saw cannot harvest. So my last attempt was, okay, let's try with like some perfect symmetry, right? So this is the 90 degrees rotated version of this, right? So because it's from the center, it's out 1, 2, and then to the left. And this is the same, out 1, 2, and to the left. And then skip 1 and to the left, this one, skip 1, and it's this. But all the same, there's gonna be a few trees that don't get harvested. So I'm thinking I'm gonna leave this one as is, and I'm gonna actually remove the saplings, and I'm gonna remove all this portion. Okay. No. Oh no. Yeah, that can happen. Cactus can do that. It can totally brick your machines to death. I should have known. Oh well. I can always make more of those. It's not a big deal. I don't have blocks to fill this up, but not a problem. So let me replace these, I meant these. What was it like? Like that? Yeah, okay, yeah, it was like that. So, could leave you running. Oh, and also this, I was about to forget. So, the, unless you have advanced filtering, which at the moment we shouldn't have because we are not yet in the brass age, the only way to keep your saplings in the system is to actually resupply with saplings the portable storage interface. So everything that gets in from here comes out in here. But if you periodically put oak saplings back in here, everything that gets pushed inside, the portable storage interface actually waits for its sister interface to show up in order to then transfer into the actual machine storage, right? So that kinda worked. However, let's go ahead and work on our alternate, I guess, tree farm, right? So our alternate tree farm will make use very, very handily, right, of these fantastic rails that we got from those mine shafts, right? So, okay, I don't need the sugarcane necessarily, right? But I'm gonna borrow a couple of these mechanical saws from here, okay? Because I don't really need this running at this very moment, and I'm gonna have to make another deployer because one got pricked. It got pricked to death. Then what else? We need a cart assembler. So let's get in the workshop and let's get crafting. So the mechanical cart assembler, here it is. I was looking at it before starting. It's extremely simple, really, really simple. Logs, andesite alloy, and redstone dust. What is it that I don't have? I don't have logs? Serious? I'm not keeping logs in the workshop, apparently. Even though I have quite a few at this point. So let's put these in there. Cart assembler to me. Okay. Cart assembler, check. What else? I would need a lever, but I think I have that. The tracks I have. The cart I can get from here. I have quite a few again. Very nice indeed. Then let me think. I have a few linear chassis, and that's okay. Yes, the second deployer. So for the deployer, we need a golden hand. For the golden hand, we need 4 gold sheets. I already have 2, so let's bonk a couple of these. Fantastic. Golden hand to me, and of course I need an andesite machine. Now you've seen me do this more than once, so let me just craft an andesite machine and I'll be right back. Okay, I got my andesite machine. Let's get in here and turn it into a deployer. Okay, we got our deployer back. So, oh gosh. Let's sleep really quick. Okay. Now that we have all the requisite materials, let's pick a spot. Now don't look at that, we're not there yet, but I'm gonna make another farm there. Let's decide on a layout of this. I could use wooden rails for most of it, I think. So it's gonna be something like this. And the beauty of a farm made with rails is that it's really expandable, okay? Expandable, yeah, with the X. So I have 2 saws and 2 deployers, so the maximum width I can go is 4, I believe. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's do something like this for now. I don't know if it's gonna have enough, let's say, speed to run all the way, but that's why I also took the powered rail with me. Now, we need to pick a starting spot, and this is just as good as any other. In here, we're gonna put our controller rail. Now, controller rails are especially good for this because they impart motion in a specific direction, okay? And I just realized that I need either a lever or a piece of cobblestone. I have a lever, okay, that's really good. Yeah, this is gonna allow us to start the entire thing. Now, the cart assembler is what creates the magic. The cart assembler also has an arrow saying, okay, we're gonna start going in that direction. what we need to do is basically to build the contraption on top of the cart assembler, imagining that everything is then gonna end up on top of the cart, okay? So basically everything that isn't connected to this is gonna end up being connected to the cart itself. So, linear chassis to the rescue. We need something like this. No, not that. Yes, like this, because it's gonna have saws in here. Of course I need my, oh, it's already here. I need my super glue. Right. And then I am promptly out of chassis. Give me a sec. Okay, a few seconds later I have more linear chassis, and I need those because I need to do something like this, right? Then glue again, and we glue, no, not like that. Whoa, what happened there? That's weird. Okay, we need those two deployers. Now, to the deployers, we give a bunch of saplings. Also, you know what I need? Oh, I need the entire, well, I can work on that in a second, as a second step, but I definitely need a chest. Yes, that's what I need. So let's make one. Well, I'm gonna need two chests because I'm gonna need an input and an output for sure. So the machine itself could have its storage there, and it doesn't matter that well, it kind of matters that I cannot access it now. So here, wait, I need the glue. I need glue. There it is. Glued right on top. So, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do it like this, and then give me one, and I set it as filter. Very nice. Okay, this thing could be ready for a first test. No, I mean, yes, state on, but of course I need the minecart. No minecart, no deal. So at this point, the only thing we do, well, I guess you could do it like this, right? Like you get the minecart in there, I think. Oh my gosh. It's magic. Look at that. It's also pretty quick. Doesn't need anything more than this. And then I guess when it gets over here, we can stop it and it resets. Let me grab all of these real quick, because the other thing I wanted to show is that, of course, this thing is expandable. Expandable with the X. There is no good way of removing wooden rails, right? You can definitely, if you want a lot more wood, do something like this, right? And it doesn't matter. It goes, and it does its thing. Now, if I take some Phytogrow from here, we should be able to demonstrate, whoa, that it chops. And it should be able to chop all the trees. Let's test with a corner. Should have absolutely no problem. Look at that. And it plants right behind. So this is great. I think I'm gonna have it like this. So let me stop it once again. That wasn't good timing, I guess. Let's try again. What? How do I stop you? Yo, come back here. Okay, This is starting to get a little bit weird. Oh, okay. You stop it first, and then when it arrives, it actually stops. Okay, cool. And all the items are in there, which is exactly how it should be. The only thing this is missing right now is a couple of interfaces that I can just go and do right away. So yeah, let's get back in the workshop. What? Why don't I have any food on me? This is weird. I don't have food. Well, there's some cooked salmon in here. It's not bad. Not bad food. Cool. Can put these away, I think. Okay, so what was I about to do? Sure, interfaces. Storage interface, and of course I need another andesite machine, so give me a second, because that's a pretty tedious process and you already seen it multiple times. Okay, I got the andesite machine, bring it in here, portable storage interface ×2. Do I need anything else? I think, yes, I do need something else. I need either a chute or, yeah, let's make one. It's just a couple of bonked iron ingots, as they say. There you go. Shoot, and you make 4 at a time, which is great. Oh wait, I didn't check, there were probably a few in here already. Yup, I had another 4 in there. Oh well. Oh well, you live and learn. So, let's say that I got my glue in my hands. Then I got a portable storage interface here-ish. It needs to have an empty spot in between. So it could be like this. And immediately this doesn't work anymore. Well, I guess you could get glued to that, right? Theory, right? And I glued it in there too. Whatever. Is it night? Is it night yet? Is it night? Yes. I can sleep. I don't want no monsters, no creepers getting close to here. Okay, this should transfer. Let's try it. It's gonna take a second now. And I think it just got rid of all the saplings, yeah. So I definitely also need to figure out a way to get the saplings back inside. But other than that, it's definitely working. Look at that. Okay, let's let it go for a second. In the meantime, I want to figure out a way to sort items, but also taking the saplings and putting them back in the machine. Again, right now we don't have access to machines that can do that sorting, but we do have access to alternative storage methods, such as, let's actually get in the workshop, but you might have already guessed, such as drawers, right? Because drawers come in the 1x1, 1x2 or 2x2 variety, and they can only they can only allow one type of item per drawer, right? In this pack, they are all made through oak trim. So that's what we need to do. Oak trim comes from a bunch of chests, first of all. And some, what? Zinc? Oh, zinc ingots? I thought that was andesite alloy, but I guess it's zinc. So, good thing that we mined some zinc. And we got it. So let's get us, you know, a healthy amount. of oak trim, because drawers are always useful. And then we get in here at our stone cutter, right? Yes. And with that we can make the upgrade templates that I think we're gonna need to make the key, right? Yes, we needed just one. And then, let me think. So, from trees we get logs, we get sticks, we get saplings, and we get apples also. So four things. So in theory, a single 2x2 drawers would be okay. However, what I really want to do in here is having the saplings somewhere else, right? So I need a 1x1 drawer to separate the saplings, to single out the saplings, and then I could have either a 2x2 maybe, or a couple of 1x2. Let's try like this for now, okay? Now, how am I going to stick stuff in the drawers? One possibility could be to have multiple portable storage interfaces. Each of those goes into, you know, in a separate location goes into another, or into a separate drawer. However, we also now have access to belts, because in the last episode I smelted a bunch of rubber, didn't I? Didn't I? I think I did. There's glass in there, but I did cure rubber. I have cured rubber. Give me a sec while I find my cured rubber. Oh, here it is. 48 cured rubber. And oh, hi. Yes. Sure, no, I'm here. Oh, you have a globe? Oh, stay there. Stay there a second. Stay there a second. Don't touch anything. Don't open doors. Don't mess with stuff. You got llamas, damn it. Get the emeralds, because I want that globe. You know, that globe. Yeah, I know. I'm a discerning customer. Thank you. You may go away now. Take those traders llamas away. Now, you might be asking yourself, Onion, why a globe? Well, first of all, it's a really cool item. Maybe that this is not the most, you know, not the better place. Maybe here is better. But also, there's a quest for it. I happen to know. Oh, first of all, yeah, lifesavers. You know, storage drawers are lifesavers. So let's fetch that. And also, you remember in the last episode when I said I craft the nature's compass? There was a quest for that too, and it gets me Spanish moss. I don't know why, but it does get me Spanish moss. And I found the atlas in a chest somewhere, but I'm not gonna collect an item frame right now. Not interested. So where is that? Where is that other quest? In here, right? Trader's Finest. Oh, I need to submit it. Okay, I guess. All right. Submit 1 globe. We get 2 gold coins. Now, if it seems not such a good exchange, remember that 1 gold coin exchanges for 64 silver coins. Where am I keeping my coins? Nope. I swear I built this base. It's just that I don't remember where I put stuff. Just like in real life. There you go. Like these two are the equivalent of these two. You know. They will come in handy at some point, I promise. So, now that my inventory is much more cluttered, what was I doing? I wanted to make belt. I was saying, yeah, we got cured rubber now, and we can do this. Look. Let's make a few belts. Okay. I don't know what else we're gonna make. We cured rubber. I think something though. Yeah, there's a few items made with cured rubber and also sealed mechanisms at some point. But this should last me for a second at least. We need shafts, yes. And this is gonna be enough just to test the idea. So what we want to do is getting stuff from here out into a belt, right? And that belt, in my mind, is gonna run over a few chutes, okay? So let's imagine the belt goes this way. It's gonna be this and this. And in there, we're gonna have, let's say, this accepts logs, sticks, apples, right? And instead, I did it the reverse. So let's do it like this. This instead only accepts saplings. Okay. We can get items in there with shoots, I think, and shoots can be below a belt. Now I need to get items from here onto the belt, so I think I'm gonna need a few more parts, because I can definitely have a belt in here, and it can conveniently no, not like that. Hey, don't chop me. I'm not a tree. Conveniently, I was saying I need blocks. Can I get trim to work for me? Like this, maybe? Like this. So a belt could be stretched in between these. Okay. Can remove this trim. What just happened? That trim got... Wait, did it get in the chute? Stop chopping me. I might have misjudged the exact way in which the chutes contribute to this plan, but I'm still gonna try. This is not aligned correctly, is it? Can I think the best thing I can do is actually to move that one square up, or one block up, and then I'm gonna need funnels. Yep, andesite funnel. Oh gosh, for andesite funnel, more andesite machines. So give me a sec, I'm gonna make a few andesite funnels. And boom, another andesite machine. And in here, it becomes 4 andesite funnels. At the very least, you can make a bunch all at the same time. So what is it that I wanted to do? I wanted to move all this stuff up by 1. Even you. And in order to move you, I need to place more of these. I need a few blocks. I need blocks to step on. And I think I'm gonna use dirt just because it's really easy to break. Okay. Wow, these trees are going up like crazy. They never grow. Wait. Oh, okay. They never grow when you need it. When you don't. Okay, so this, and I've got to remove this. Right. And this gets attached here. This. And this, right? No, wait, what am I doing? The interface gets in there. not the chest. The chest can definitely be there. This goes there. And it can pair with this. Not if it's rotated like that. Come on. Okay. Now this is one block to the right, of course. Let's do this then. How do I remove the belt? Like this. Okay. So let's have a slightly longer belt this time. And now the funnel can go in there. I think that's right. Will it work? Now that funnel might need to be configured with a wrench that I don't currently have, but it's really easy to make. So how will we know if this works? First of all, by running it, waiting for it to swing by, and seeing if. Oh wait, of course I also have to. I also have to crank this thing manually, I guess, right? Okay, that was loud. I'm providing power for this at the moment. Okay, now it should stop in here. Okay, items are getting out, and it looks like they are not getting in the thing. And is it because there was something? Yes, because there was some trim in the thing. What if I continue now? Okay. No, stuff is not getting in the chutes. So, after much testing and thinking and trying stuff and failing, definitely a lot of failing, I came out with this design, which doesn't exactly do all the things that I had in mind, but I actually had to realize that some of the things I had in mind were actually wrong. I don't have all the pieces I need to do that. First of all, my assumptions that chutes can work underneath belts was kind of right, or at least not entirely wrong, but incomplete. In fact, chutes can take items right from a belt that is above them. The problem is, what I was wrong about is there could be an item stuck in the chute. So a chute can have, I think it's up to a stack worth of items in there. So it kind of has an internal inventory. So I was totally wrong about that. My impression was that it worked kind of the underside funnel. An underside funnel does not have an internal inventory. It's just an inlet or outlet, in or out of an inventory, which makes it very handy for filtering purposes, as you might imagine. Instead, imagine that this, instead of being funnel, they are chutes underneath. What happens is that the first item that comes through goes in the first chute, and if that is not the right item for the drawer, because the drawer then only allows one specific type of item, that chute is now locked. And of course now all the other items that come by will not be able to enter the chute, because the chute has an item that cannot go out of it, and it's stuck like that. So that's why you cannot filter with chutes. You can, however, do some kind of sorting with andesite funnels that go into drawers. And this is what happens in here. Now, the problem of putting saplings back into the machine. Currently, there is no good way to do that. Why? Because imagine there was now a contraption that moves saplings from here into another interface up here, or even worse, in the same interface there. What would happen is that that interface gets everything out, saplings included. They get in here, and then in here, and then the contraption moves them back, and it creates an infinite loop. And even if it's a second interface, maybe right here, the loop is a little bit bigger, but it's still a loop because the machine first stops in there, and while the saplings are coming through, the machine moves on, gets in here, and all those saplings basically get back into the machine, which is not exactly what we want. Because in the end, if all the saplings get back into the machine, first of all, it locks the machine in place for a long time, because these methods of moving items are not super fast to begin with. But also, it could end up saturating the entire internal inventory of the moving contraption with just saplings, which after a while would totally stop it from working. Okay, so in the end, what I resorted to is the more or less, let's call it semi-automated approach. Okay, so we have a 1x2 drawers for sticks and apples, which are by far the less important things. And then comes the night. And while I sleep, I'm gonna tell you that there's a drawer, 1x1 drawer for logs instead, that I went ahead and crafted a storage upgrade Mark V for it, so that it can hold up to 10, 24, well, that's more than 1k stacks of logs, okay, in there before being completely full. By the way, we have, these are made like this, not really hard to make, and we have tons of emeralds from exploring. Then, instead, saplings get in here. This also has upgrades, however, it's got a downgrade, which is made instead with flint. This means that it can only hold one single stack. And after that, there's the void upgrade. Void upgrade is made with obsidian, which means that all the other saplings that try to get in here after there's one full stack, they get just voided. They totally disappear, and there's this nice little icon up there in the corner to indicate that this drawer will void any excess. So, what could happen here? What could happen is that at some point, after a while, this machine fails to plant any more saplings, okay? Because the saplings get into here, they get sorted, they get in here, there's a full stack in there, all the excess gets voided, but then there's no more saplings in here. Now, first of all, this would take a long time to happen, because even though the machine drops all the saplings in here, there can still be, let's say this is the last sapling remaining, this one grows, the machine cuts it, and gets maybe another 2 saplings and plant 2 saplings. So it kind of feeds on itself, in a sense, right? So it would take a long time, but for sure it can slow down a little bit. So in the long run, what we would need to do from time to time is get in here, shift click, get everything out of there, come in here and fill this up, and then let it run. But just to show you how efficient, like even if this is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, while I was just, you know, tinkering with it, we accumulated something like 26 stacks of logs, which is not bad. Not bad. Wait, what am I going? I was saying it's not bad at all. And here you can see the saplings going through, and getting sucked by the funnel. By the way, in the first attempt, I had a few gears in here because I thought, well, if I speed up this belt, it's gonna go better, right? However, comes out these andesite funnel, they're not slow per se, but they definitely work at a specific speed. And if your belt goes by, too quickly, they may not be able to get a full stack of items in the drawer. So this speed, I have no way to tell you exactly what speed it is. However, it's the speed of a single water wheel. Okay, this is also a non-fully optimized water wheel. There's a trick that one can work to extract even a little bit more power and speed out of a water wheel, and it involves soul sand that I don't have at the moment. But single water wheel without any speed up or tampering moves the belt at exactly the right speed that you need to get all the items sorted. And when I was happy with this, I went ahead and I've done something very, very similar for our larger farm in here, our crop farm. So it's the same thing. This abrupt gets in here, connects to the interface. I drop down, which was not exactly intended, but it drops items in here and they get sucked into the right funnel. This is also being moved by a single water wheel. And I have everything in here, and I also have mushrooms, red and brown mushrooms. I'm not entirely sure about this. I wasn't able to witness, with my own eyes, the mushrooms getting harvested. But so let me say this, like this happens. Let me break this, right? I get 5 mushrooms. If I plant single mushrooms here, the harvester will harvest these mushrooms and not replant them. However, it's going through mushroom colonies, right? And from time to time, when I come and look at it, the mushroom colony seemed to reset. So I think, not entirely sure, but I think when the mushroom becomes mushroom colony, the harvester can correctly harvest the mushroom colonies. I guess the only way to check on it is for me to sit in here for a while and wait for one of the colonies to get to be fully grown and actually see with my own eyes that it's reset to a smaller state after the harvester comes through. But yeah, this may or may not work. Who knows? There's only one thing missing, I believe, and it's that since we are not harvesting with the knife anymore, we are not making straw. However, I think we could still make straw by moving some of those things. Yeah, like for example, rice. Well, not for example, well, only rice, I guess. We could have rice go directly into the mill and get straw like that. I will have to think about it. And why am I thinking about it? Because straw is needed for... What was straw needed for? For canvas? Yes, because canvas is needed for sediment strainers, and I want to replace my strainers because, well, first of all, the clay that we use a lot, and we will need to automate, but also, look at all this sand. I don't have a use for sand specifically necessarily. However, one thing that we'll start doing in the next episode is moving sand through a bulk washing contraption. And this has a chance to turn sand into clay. And that way we automate clay fully. So it would be strainers getting out both clay and sand we move into another contraption that washes the sand through the bulk washer and creates clay. How about that? That, and also it would be nice to finish this thing here that I only planned out. This will be our kelp farm. It's gonna be a rotating farm, so with the center in here, and should be like 2 deep with water. The rotating arm will be on the upper block level, and it's gonna be full of kelp in here, and while it rotates, it'll get all the kelp out. And then we could have an interface, I don't know, maybe here, 1 level above, to transfer the items. How about that? However, this is all stuff for the next time. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Alla prossima!